This is a slideshow from when we were leaving the Thomas Condon Paleontological Center at the John Day Fossil Fields. And this is the Dayville, little town of Dayville. And it had some interesting little buildings there. Kelly wanted to take some pictures. That was kind of an interesting old house, and so we stopped and took some pictures of that. It was just an interesting structure. And this is driving further along. A lot of farmland there. We kept on going to the town of John Day, and this, I believe, is John Day. And now we are in the Malheur National Forest. You can see there was a forest fire there at some point. We're going to go up to the top, and at the summit is a really nice little campground called Starr Campground, and we spent a night there. We met a interesting guy who was riding America on his 10-speed road bike, and he has been riding since 2005. So he has been all over the United States and is just turned 62. It's an interesting guy to talk to. So we continued on the road here, going south towards Burns, Oregon, and we spent one night in Burns. Right along the stretch of road there is where we saw him riding his bike. He'd probably gone about 10 miles when we passed him that morning. We gave him a couple of liters of water. This is a couple of bottles of vitamin water. Now this is Washington Park in Burns, and so we hung out there for a while. Very nice, clean little park. And you can see I'm going to have Charlie out for a walk here. Now this is a lady who moved from the Basque region of Spain about 50 years ago to Burns, Oregon. And she had her family, and the family is all grown up and lives all across the United States. There's Charlie getting some pets and hanging out. So after this, we decided to head to the Burns RV Park. And it's a nice little park. We stayed there for a night, got some laundry done, just caught up on a bunch of things. So you're going to see Charlie walking in a minute. Okay, we camped at the Starr Campground in the Malheur National Forest. It's right off the highway here, but it's not really a busy highway. Highway 395 between John Day and Canyon City. It's surrounded by a free-range area, but there's a cattle guard and fence around the campground, so that keeps all the cattle riffraff out of the camp zone. There's only 11 campsites here. They're not highly leveled, but if you're tent camping, not a big deal. RV camping, get your wheel blocks and be able to lift up one side. There's our cattle guard. So we have an upper loop here with 6 campsites, and then there's a lower loop with 5 campsites. The lower loop, there's one nice site down there, but it's most of those ones are not level. And anyway, it's a very pretty area. Got these tall pine trees all around us. There's the bicyclist Mike that was camped up here, and he's been on the road since 2005, and he's just rides around. It's pretty cool. He's got a little solar setup for his charging his cell phone and computer, and yeah, it's a pretty good deal. So here's where we're camped tonight, or today, last night. Gonna be heading down toward Burns. Gotta get some Wi-Fi and internet work done. But yeah, this is it. Nice campground. And we had to correct about 4.5 or 5 inches of height in front to get us relatively level. Okay. And we are coming up on Mike riding his bike along here. Pretty good. I think it's gone at least 7-8 miles. Yeah, it's smoky. All the smoke from the fires in the west blew out here towards the east. We're heading down towards Burns. Yeah, we do. Hey, buddy. Wanna go this way? Wanna go this way? Come on. Charlie. Yeah, the boy. Good boy. Come on. Bud. Good boy. What's Kitty do? This way. Here, let's go this way. Attaboy. Here, wait, not that way. All right, we stayed at the Burns RV Park in Burns, Oregon, and we're getting ready to head south to there's a bunch of wildlife sanctuaries just south of Burns on Highway 78, I think it is. So we're going to loop through that, spend the day looking at things. They say there are mosquitoes there the size of birds, so we'll be ready. But yeah, this is a real nice spot. We weren't expecting a lot, but it was actually a pretty nice place to stay, well maintained. Water, sewer, electric, we had 30 amp hookup. They have showers, they have a nice laundry. We got a few loads of laundry done, which was a good thing. And the ground's all very nicely maintained. People are real nice. We got propane, $2.10 a gallon. That was pretty reasonable. They have a little store. So yeah, we had a good time here, and now we're going to head through Burns and on south to look at more things. Someone's got a hiding spot. Charlie. Hi, boy.
Now watch how grumpy he is when you try to get him out.
Okay, come on, boy. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go, buddy. Oh, my. Good boy. Come on, boy. You gotta go. Come on, baby. Come on, Charlie. Can we go? We are gonna have to, like, do it. It's like doing a cat canal. Come on. Come on, boy. Let's go, buddy. Come on, boy. Come on. Let's go. Oh, my goodness. Good boy. Boy, gravity increasing over here.
I know. He's like turned into It's kitty dead
Come
weight.
on, baby. Good boy. Come on, let's go, Reggie.
Like I'm done.
Come on, Bubba. Good boy. Good boy. I don't want to go. Come on, boy. Oh, boy. God, he's never. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Come on, boy. Let's go. Come on. Atta boy. Good boy.
Made a big mess. Oh, butt first.
There. Good boy.
Where's his little face at?
Good boy.
Aw.
I like that spot.
No, look at all the junk we gotta put back.
Well, we gotta put everything back because you had to stay.
Alright. His eyes are glowing with the flash, so.
So we're driving southeast on Highway 78 towards the Mahler Wildlife Refuge, Malheur Wildlife Refuge reservoirs. But the ground land is flat as a pancake with mountains off to the distance.
Malheur Lake. Heading towards Green, down the Diamond Loop tour route.
So we're on the Diamond Loop now, just starting it. And you can see all the Canadian geese out there in the little pools of water. There's some cranes out there too. I can hear them, but I can't see exactly where they are. So, interesting. I think I'm going to need a bigger camera.
They are wild horses.
Yeah. This is the point in our trip where we stopped at the Diamond Craters. There's already a video of the Diamond Craters, and I'll try to insert the link to that. And so this is just a quick recap on that. And then we continue on south to... This is the Round Barn. It was built in about 1870 to train horses inside during the winter time. It's something like 100 feet across in diameter. So it's all board and batten siding. I don't know if we can get into it. We haven't been there yet. It is in the middle of nowhere. So that's pretty cool. Up here is a praying mantis. And he's watching. Yeah, look at the ceiling. stone walls about 2 feet thick and mud to border all the lava rock together. Yeah, it's a pretty cool structure, tree trunks. It's a pretty cool structure. The next video is going to be about Page Springs, and we continue on south from the Round Barn through the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge to this location, which is a great little campground.